All right, good evening. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here for today's health opportunity call. I'm so excited that you all are here. I see some familiar faces. I'm still admitting people into the room. We are going to be talking about health and as well as Purium and some of the products and protocols that we have that we are helping people with reversing things and regenerating their body. So there's a lot of things that people are experiencing, right? We have a lot of people dealing with weak kidneys or failing kidneys. They need to be on dialysis for their kidneys. We have high blood pressure, which is very prevalent. Heart disease. Disease just simply means the lack of flow and ease. We have diabetes that a lot of people have a diagnosis of. We've got acid reflux and indigestion and the inability to lose weight and autoimmune diseases. I've spoken to so many people in this past week that, are dealing with either lupus or Lyme or MS or arthritis, fibromyalgia, all of those different things. I tend to call those locked in acid diseases. When the kidneys does not have the ability to filter, acid is backing up, acid starts to break down all the other organs and glands, and then we start to see these diseases pop up in the body because there's a lack of flow and ease, right? Things are not being eliminated as they should. And then the other thing that a lot of people are doing is they're getting surgery to try to correct issues. And a surgeon can cut out everything except for cause. So I am Nicole Brantley. I am affectionately known as the womb therapist. I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, those who have trouble conceiving, take the options of hysterectomy and other surgeries off of the table and truly get to the root of their healing. So when Purium came to me, it was truly, truly an amazing tool and blessing that I get to use with my client base to get them to alkalize their bodies, to bring their bodies into balance and to really get them nourished. Because when we are dealing with disease, it is because we are malnourished. It is because we have an injured gut. There can be several things going on, but the overall arching issue is the lack of nourishment. And a big part of that is because of the diet that we have as far as how much acidity that we bring in. We're eating 3 square meals of cooked food. And every time that we eat a meal that is cooked, it leaves behind acid ash. And so over time, that breaks down the kidneys, and then the kidneys are not filtering as they should. So that acid starts to back up. When you're not able to lose weight, it's attaching to the arms, the belly, the thighs, the butt. And we're like, I'm working out in the gym, but it's not falling off. And the reality is that we can't outwork our diet. So we have to understand how eating raw foods contributes to helping the body to release and flush the waste, right? So upping our raw food intake, consuming fruits, a diet high in fruits is very helpful for the body. That's actually our food of choice for the human species. Our body gets everything that it needs from a fruit. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I wanted to start off with that because a lot of people are dealing with those issues as a result of certain organs and glands not functioning as they should. And we also have something known as the lymphatic system, and it is the sewer system that takes out our trash. So when acids are present, it locks that system in place. And we can think of the body as a as a swamp that needs to be drained or a murky fish tank that needs to be cleaned out. And that's exactly what we have to do. We have to go in there and we have to clean it. So I'll tell you a story really quickly. I was on a very high raw diet. I partook in so many botanicals, also known as herbs, right? I was doing all of the things for many years. I lost weight, I looked amazing, but I was still tired, right? And I shouldn't have still been tired. So I was like, there's definitely something missing. And so when I took what's called the ultimate lifestyle transformation that we're going to talk about shortly here, within 3 days, brain fog left me, right? The clouds parted. I was like, whoa, I didn't even realize that I was under a fog. Not only that, I had energy through the roof. I was not tired. Prior to that, I always wanted to be in bed early. I'm like, why aren't my adrenals healing? I know that I've corrected my kidneys, like what's going on? And that's because detoxification and herbs is not enough. I was missing nourishment. And when these foods began to deeply nourish me, I was energized, I was alkalized, the lights were turned on in my body. I felt amazing. I had psoriasis on my left foot since I was a kid. And for the first time, I started to see it clear up, okay? Big things happening. My gut was obviously injured and I didn't know. And as a result of it beginning to reverse and correct itself because of a product known as Biomedic that I'm going to share with you shortly, that's what helped the brain fog to leave. So everything to begin to reverse in the right direction. I have an 8-year-old. When he would go to bed, I would notice that as soon as his body was at rest, he would profusely sweat. He would go into a night sweat, right? And a few weeks in on the protocol, that disappeared. If eczema tried to creep back in, that disappeared. I've healed him of so many things, but we would see some things reoccurring or trying to come back. And as soon as he started to get Biomedic and other things into his body, all of those things became things of the past. So I want you to know that you have options, and suffering does not have to be one of them. A lot of us are suffering. A lot of us are in the doctor's offices week in and week out and constantly going under the knife. I spoke with a client this past weekend who had about 15 surgeries. I'm like, ma'am, when is it going to stop? Like, you have to make a decision that the buck stops here, because the surgeon can cut out everything, but he's not, or she's not, addressing your root cause, which is the acidity that's present in your body, which is the malnourishment that's going on, right? The lack of alkalinity being present because of improper food combining. So many things that could be contributing to this. All right, there's some more people that needed to be admitted. So I am going to share my screen. Give me 1 second here. And we are going to get into the slides. All righty. Can you guys see my slides? Somebody unmute and let me know. All right, perfect.
Yes, Nicole, I can see.
All righty, thank you. Thank you. Let me close this. Let me move this over. So again, welcome to our health opportunity call. The company that I'm going to be referencing tonight is Purium. It has absolutely changed my life. It has changed the life of those who I've shared this with, my friends, my families, and my family and my clients. And I want to be able to share that opportunity here with you tonight. So I want to let you know that Purium is an amazing company. We adhere to what's known as a farm to family philosophy, and we've been providing the highest quality plant-based superfood nutrition for the last 28 years, okay? Everything's all organic. Everything is grown in regenerative soil. Everything's wind dehydrated. They green compost, like all of the things, right? So there are 3 people in the waiting room. About that.
Hey, Nicole, if you want to
Yep.
hit present at the top right, that'll make it bigger for people to see.
Present at the top right. All right, move this over. Did that work, Jen?
Not yet.
All right, there we go. Is it big now?
No, just keep going. You're good.
All right, let's see if that does it. I think that did it.
There we go. Yes, looks good.
All right, so let me drop that down. All right, so again, so we use all organic, everything's grown in regenerative soil, wind dehydrated, pick, vine ripened, so everything is intact. And that's the difference between our food and what you find in the supermarkets, your conventional food that is found on the perimeter of the stores. There is just not a match because of the way it is farmed, because of the way that it's sprayed with pesticides and herbicides and biocides and all of these different things that break down the quality of the food. And not only that, it's picked before it's ripe, it's thrown on the back of a truck, it's refrigerated, it has this whole carbon footprint before it even gets to your table. And that's the thing that we avoid here at Purium. So Purium has an in-house microbiologist. Everything is triple tested before it is even broken down and put into bags, and for us to receive on our end and receive this quality beyond organic food at our front door, right? And the thing that I wanted to say about that is that eating well or eating without chemicals should not be a privilege. Eating organic should not be a privilege. And there's so many food deserts, and there's so many people who can't partake that can't partake in organic food because they don't have access to it. And so that is something that we provide access to right to your front door. You don't have to go shopping for it. It gets delivered right to your front door. All right, so now I'm going to talk about our 4 main products. First and foremost is our super aminos. This is our plant protein that goes straight to the muscle, straight to the tissue, feeds you on a cellular level, feeds your organs, glands, etc. Okay, and this also helps with burning fat and creating lean muscle, and it helps with mental acuity, right? And so that was one of the things that I noticed right away. My thinking was sharp. Everything was like super sharp in a short amount of time, and those super aminos were helping with this. So those of you who have an issue with feeling like you're unable to lose weight, this is going to help you get there because it helps to burn fat, again, create lean muscle, and helps with mental acuity. Now, if you're like, whoa, I don't need to lose any weight, right? It's not going to help you lose weight, but it will help you to create lean muscle so that you don't look gaunt or you don't look sunken in as you're going through a detox or as you're healing your body or reversing some sort of condition within your body, okay? Power Shake is one of our main drinks. We have a few others, but this is one of our main products, Appleberry Power Shake. Everybody absolutely loves it. It's delicious. It's satiating, and it gives your body everything that it needs. It's like eating 6 or 7 superfood salads, right? That's what it is an equivalent of. So this is what nourishes you, all right? The Biomedic is what detoxifies you. This is going to help clean up your gut. This is going to help support digestion. So we have something known as glyphosate in a lot of our food products, things like Doritos and Oreos and Cheerios and Frito-Lays, and I can go on and on and on, right? And the thing is, we don't even know because it's not on the label. But where it comes from is it comes from our crops being sprayed. It's actually patented as an oral antibiotic, and it directly destroys the gut, creates leaky gut on site. And so we did a double study of people who were meat eaters and then those who were non-meat eaters, so more vegans, right? And when the tests were done at the end of 30 days, both groups of people had reduced their glyphosate in the urine by 74%. So this is certified by the Detox Lifestyle Project. It is the only product on the market that gets glyphosate out of your body, supports your gut, repairs your gut the way that it does, and helps to detoxify your body. Game changer. I have people who say to me, Nicole, I can't afford this or I can't afford that. What's the one product that you would say that I take? It would be that, because a lot of us have glyphosate in our body because it's in our food, it's in our air, it's in our water. And this is a must to get out of your body, because when you begin to repair the gut, you clean up so many things, right? Mental health issues go back to an injured gut. So if you're dealing with somebody who has bipolar disorder, they're schizophrenic, ADHD, autism, all of those things are a result of an injured gut, as well as too many heavy metals being present in the body. And so the body is being stripped of the minerals, and the heavy metals are taken over. And so we also have products that help to get heavy metals out of your body. And then the fourth product is our apothecary, okay? Repair and sleep. This is the thing, you guys, not enough of us are sleeping at night. A lot of people that I've consulted with personally have issues around sleep. A lot of customers that I've brought into this company since I've been here have lots of issues with sleep, right? It goes back to the adrenal glands being weak. The adrenal glands controls our sleep patterns, okay? But the thing with this apothecary is that it helps to get your circadian rhythm regulated, all right? It helps people with deep REM sleep. It checks inflammation. So if you're inflamed, this is going to help you with this. If you're in pain, this is going to help you with that. And so what happens is when we get deep REM sleep, our body is able to repair. When we're not getting deep REM sleep, our body's not able to repair. Our body does several things throughout the night, but if we're not getting that sleep and we're sleeping very light or we're half awake, not happening, okay? Ooh, was that our next slide? Okay, so some more of our products. These are not all of the offerings for kids. We have tons more that they can use, but these are two of our popular kids offerings. Our Epigenius Kids, that is also great for adults. I drink an Epigenius Kids shake every single day. I absolutely love it because most of the products that were in the slide before are all in this one shake to include that biomedic. So there's a certain serving size that you should consume, and this shake will give your body everything that it needs. Kids love chocolate. It tastes good. Adults absolutely love this. And you feel absolutely amazing when you consume this. Very satiating. I have come up with several blends. I add fruit to mine. Just overall, just amazing, right? We have kids in focus. So if you have a child who has an inability with focusing, this will help you with that. I personally, if I feel like I'm not getting things done throughout my workday and I'm all over the place and I'm starting a task and not finishing a task, I take a dropper full and put it under my tongue, right? Because it helps with focus. So those are two of our kids' offerings that are very popular. This Daily Core 4 right here is the same products that were on the previous slide, but this is more so our maintenance product. The products before, if you get what's known as the ultimate lifestyle transformation, you're going to get double the products for that first 90 days is what's essential. So good, better, best. If you do it for 30 days, that's good. If you do it for 60 days, that's better. If you do it for 90 days, that's best. And then when you drop down to this maintenance program, you can maintain the things that you did by hitting your body hard with that alkalinity in that way. So this is our Daily Core 4. This is our maintenance kit that most people are on every single month. All right. So when you become a customer and you've ordered your ULT or you've ordered your Daily Core 4 or whatever it is that you are consuming, we want you to know that you are not alone, right? We're not a transactional company. We're known as the transformation company. And the way we handle things are very transformational. So we want you to know that you have customer support via our app. When you come in, we send you a link, a welcome link with 30 days of recipes, links to join our app for support along your journey. We have 2 customer support calls weekly. We have a weekly Wellness Wednesday call that is absolutely amazing. And we have all of those archived. So on that same link that we send you, you can go under our education tab and watch videos that have been recorded on different things, the thyroid, diabetes, high blood pressure, seizures, like all kinds of stuff that Carrie Drink Wine has done for Wellness Wednesday, and it's there for you to catch the replay. And we do Facebook quarterly group transformations. We actually have one coming up in September. So we're always looking to support you along this journey. So when we bring you in, we just don't bring you in and leave you. We bring you in and we make sure that you are supported along your journey. Okay, so thank you so much for listening in on this health opportunity call. If there was anything that stood out for you, if this is something that you're interested in partaking in or learning more about, definitely get back with the person who invited you to this call, especially if you're dealing with the things that I mentioned in the beginning, right? I want to say this: good food ain't cheap, and cheap food ain't good. And way too many of us are partaking in what we think is good food, or we say, oh, I know I need to tweak my diet, but we don't really have options to bring in alkalinity. And I want you to know that this is one of them. This is an option that you can absolutely bring in to change things for you. If you're dealing with inflammation, if you're dealing with edema, if you're dealing with swelling, if you're on medications and you're having side effects from the medications, you need to bring alkalinity to your body. And what I love about Purium is that it helps bring the body into balance, and it helps you reverse malnourishment, nourishes you deeply, gives you energy, revitalizes you, brings you back to life, right? We regenerate you so that you can thrive, not just survive. So if you're dealing with any kind of kidney failure, high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, any colon issues, any bowel issues, IBS, acid reflux, indigestion, Crohn's, like whatever, inability to lose weight, autoimmune disease, you've constantly been going under the knife. I want you guys to reach back to the person who invited you to this call so that they can give you the information that it is that you need to get started. They're going to have a specific link for you with their discount code built in so that you are able to receive a discount on your first order. You can ask questions. You can get your questions answered. We can tailor make your particular protocol that you're going to get started on based on what you share. All of those things are available. So make sure that you definitely reach out to the person that invited you here. Now, we do have 5 minutes before I start our health opportunity call. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type it in the chat or simply unmute and ask your question and I'll answer it. Don't be shy.
Hi.
And if you don't want to have your camera on, you don't have to have it on. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Regina. I'm a brand partner. I have a friend on, Victoria. She's currently pregnant and she's dealing with high blood pressure. We've talked about the maintenance packet and the ULT. Is there anything else that you would suggest that she does?
She can do a couple of things from the juice bar in a bag, but pretty much the daily core 4, if she's pregnant, is all you need. If she does the ULT, you got to remove that super cleanser because you can't take that during pregnancy. But that is enough to alkalize her body. So if you will share with her that call that Dave did last night, where they're talking about the different things that you should be able to partake in while you're pregnant to help alkalize your body. So when we're dealing with high blood pressure, we're dealing with high levels of acidosis in the body. So eating more fruit is going to be huge for her. You know, ask her, what are you eating? Tell me what it is that you're eating on a daily basis and jot that down. What's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? Is she consuming lemon water at the start of her day? Is she starting her day off with fruit? Is she starting her day off with a cooked meal like sausage, eggs, grits, bacon, you know, like those things are super acidic and it's going to cause your blood pressure to rise because it's going to create high levels of acidosis in the body. And so when we get a high blood pressure reading, quickly, I want to break this down. The way we view it in regenerative health or as a detox specialist, I view it as the adrenal gland function over the kidney function. So that top number is what's going on with your adrenals, right? Which should be at 120. If it's below that, like it's 118 or lower, your adrenals are down, they're failing. And if it's more than 130, same, right? So you want to stay between 120 and 130 for that top number. If your bottom number is between 60 and 70, you're doing okay. If it's less than that, your kidneys are failing. If it's higher than 70, your kidneys are still failing. They've gone down and now they're coming up. So hypo versus hyper. So your blood pressure reading will let you know what's going on with your kidneys and your adrenals. So you can determine that for her based on her next appointment, getting her blood pressure taken, and then her giving you her numbers on the right and on the left arm. Okay, because our kidneys function bilaterally. So the right is going to give you a different read from the left. So whenever you get a blood pressure reading, always do it on both sides so you can know what both sides of your body is doing. So that's what I'll share. And if you have any questions offline for me, Regina, we can chat with your client or your customer.
Thank you so much. Well, I say client because I'm a doula too. So I say client.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All righty. All righty. So Jen just answered someone and she says it's $6 a day. Is there anything else you want to ask health-wise so we can make some recommendations? I missed the question. Let me go up. Oh, what's the cost of the core 4? Yep. Jen answered that. Any other questions? Anybody want to come off mute?
Hi. I have a question for a couple of potential people. One girl, she said since middle school, she's suffered with, adrenal fatigue, and they're basically at the point of being hypo. They're exhausted. Her stress levels are high. Pancreas is imbalanced because she doesn't eat enough or as often as she should. So my liver and result can't keep up with detoxing. Different hormones aren't leaving my body fast enough. So my brain, low sex drive, anxious, nauseous most days, headaches often. I'm wondering what you would suggest for her. Maybe ULT,
She-
be energetic.
ULT. She needs to hit the alkalinity hard. Have her start her day with lemon water, right? Lemon water is great for the kidneys. When you wake up and you flush with lemon water, it cleans out whatever's in the colon and it starts to turn the lights on in the body. So that's a great way to support your liver. Also, not consuming any fats before noon is a great way to support your liver. So no coffee with creamer, no grits and eggs and all of those different things that have fat in it, not even putting an avocado or any kind of nut or nut butter in your morning smoothie. Leave that out, especially when your liver is compromised. So she's dealing with chronic fatigue because she's chronically malnourished. So a ULT would be very, is what I would recommend to really hit that alkalinity hard to begin to wake up her body, wake up her organs and glands and get her alkalized.
Okay, thank you. And then one other person, it's a different person. She said, I have a hormone imbalance due to a condition called premature ovarian failure. She's on synthetic hormones until she's menopausal age. Her weight is all over the board and has a lot of inflammation.
Her weight is all over the board because weight is acid. Acid is weight, right? So kidneys are not filtering. That's why the weight is staying. So she needs to address her kidneys. She needs to address her lymphatic system, and she needs to bring her hormones into balance. And so there's some work that needs to be done around her gut, bringing alkalinity, bringing nourishment in. So if you guys want to talk more offline, because I do specialize in helping women overcome things like polycystic ovarian syndrome, but I need you to understand when the body creates cysts, any kind of fluid-filled sacs, any kind of tumors, that is because it's trying to help you cool off. It's holding on to water to try to help you cool off with burning up. It's letting you know that the body is way too hot, on fire on the inside. And sometimes people are on fire internally and then they have cold hands and feet. That is a problem. So we have to get the body alkalized, which is going to cool things down. We have to put out the fires that are going on within her body, and we have to bring her hormones into balance. White American ginseng is great for that. Ashwagandha paired with that is great for that. Super Life to help bring back her libido. There's so many things that we could talk about, but let's first get her alkalized. All right, I'm gonna have to end it there. If you have any other questions, definitely reach back to the person that invited you. If they are not a regenerative health specialist or detox specialist, they will get us, one of us who is on a call, call together with you to get your questions answered, to get you a regimen that's tailored for what you have going on in your body. All right, I'm going to end the call here, stop recording, and I'm gonna roll right into our business opportunity call. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got something that you could take immediately and start applying to your life, but definitely get back with the person who invited you so that we can get you started on a protocol. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.
What's a good time for